Elon Musk, the founder and CEO of Tesla, just announced a huge breakthrough in batteries that shocked the EV industry. What kinds of materials are used to make this new battery? How is it put together? Is it affordable? Does this new battery technology have what it takes to speed up the move away from gas-powered cars? For electric cars, join me today on this video to learn about Elon Musk's recent announcement of a huge battery breakthrough that'll change everything. No matter what model they are, Tesla cars have a magnetic pull on their owners and fans. And we can't blame them, they're just too good not to be admired. But the CEO of Tesla keeps looking for ways to make his EVs work better. What does he do then? He comes up with a new battery that gets rid of the need to replace batteries often. This time he did it by adding manganese to Tesla lithium-ion batteries. The tech mogul said at the Tesla Gigafactory in Berlin, "The results are impressive, and I think you should take your time to learn about them. That the chemical potential of a cathode made of manganese can be looked into. This is the result of a long search for a better material to use instead of nickel in Tesla batteries." The workers at the Tesla Gigafactory in Berlin asked their CEO why he hadn't thought of graphene as an option. Graphene has several advantages over manganese when it comes to increasing a car's range and reducing battery replacement. After all, graphite is a mineral that's so common on Earth that it would be an understatement to say that making a graph from graphite is common. Carbon is a main part of graphene and graphite, and you can find it everywhere, even in animal pens. But must be skeptical about making batteries with graphene, just like other people in the battery industry. As always, he has a good reason to turn down an element that could change everything about how batteries work. In the case of Evie May, the reason is making graphene is a complicated process that costs more money and takes more time. This would mean that the goal of lowering the price of EVs would not be met in the long run. So, in terms of time, Tesla can't use graphene unless a simpler and faster way to make it is found. Elon Musk said that for now, the factory will focus on making nickel-based chemistries for long-range vehicles and iron phosphate chemistries for short-range vehicles. However, this is only for the short term because the minerals used do not help to lower the cost of electric vehicles by $500. Nickel, for example, has a big cost problem. A big part of the cost of the electric vehicle is the battery, and most of the time, the high price turns away potential customers. Nickel is a very expensive element because it's hard to find. Elon Musk has to make a lot of EV batteries, which is a bad thing. The tech mogul said at the Berlin Gigafactory, "We need tens or hundreds of millions of tons. So the materials used to make these batteries on a very large scale need to be common materials or you can't scale." We're seeing that scaling nickel-based batteries will be impossible in the future because nickel is so scarce. This problem has been made worse by the war between Russia and Ukraine since Tesla got most of its battery minerals from Ukraine. The tech expert said that the best way to avoid the problem would be to pay more attention to the minerals in the battery supply chain. In this case, manganese would be a better choice, but this doesn't mean that Tesla has never worked with manganese. In fact, the company's been using manganese for a long time, just like many other battery makers. It has worked so well for them that they couldn't ignore its potential. For example, Tesla used manganese as a chemical component, but not as a main mineral. When Musk said, "I think there's a potential for manganese," he just meant that Tesla engineers had noticed that manganese was much easier to work with than many other minerals they'd been testing. Elon Musk said that it would make it possible to make more Tesla batteries with the same amount of nickel using a simple process. Manganese is better than nickel and other iron-based chemicals even when they're mixed together. But there's more to manganese than what you've read on this site. Several research groups have published results that look good for using manganese in batteries. Studies show that manganese-rich cathode could be the key to getting a higher energy density than nickel and iron phosphate put together, but at what cost? Nickel-based batteries cost almost half as much. Because manganese is cheap, Tesla might be able to cut in half the price of the 5500. But Tesla isn't done with batteries yet. They've introduced a new technology that will lower the cost of batteries even more. Driving an EV can be stressful if you don't know where to charge it or how long it will take to charge. This is especially true if you want to get more miles to the gallon. Having batteries that solve both of these problems is a win-win for Tesla, and combining manganese and dry coating technology will make sure that Tesla hits the jackpot. So what is dry coating and how will it make a big difference for Tesla? Keep an eye out as we find out more. The main idea behind dry coating is to bring down the price of Tesla cars. Some Tesla experts say that the electric vehicle maker has only been able to cut the price of the Model Y by about $2,000, which is about half of what Tesla plans to set aside for its 4680 batteries. This cost is expected to go down even more with the dry coating technology. Elon Musk is excited about this technology, which he calls revolutionary but hard. Maxwell Technology in San Diego gave this technology to Tesla because they are not experts. Ultracapacitors are made by this company for devices like cameras that need a quick boost of power. This year, Tesla used Maxwell to make 4680 dry cells at a cost of $200 million. With this technology, Tesla may give up the expensive and time-consuming wet coating process. This process takes time, electricity, and work at the machinery factory. Elon Musk wanted to find a better way to get rid of dangerous materials. To hold things together, wet coating uses dangerous chemicals. After the electrodes are coated, they're dried in big furnaces, which gets rid of harmful chemicals. But they would be found, cleaned, and recycled, which would make the cost of making things much higher. But dry coating makes the whole process of making batteries much easier, which is exactly what helped Tesla save a third of the money it spent on energy use. Also, because a complicated step that usually involves a chemical slurry is skipped, the dry coating cuts down on the amount of toxic solvent used in making batteries by a large amount. Tesla is working to make 300 terawatt-hours of battery cells to help make the world a better place to live. Elon Musk said that Tesla could make 100 gigaton-hours of 4680 batteries every year. This is enough to power 1.3 million cars and supply businesses in Germany and Texas. A company that makes electric cars plans to make 1.4 million cars this year. Even if dry cell and manganese technology is still being worked on, even experienced vendors have trouble making batteries. Musk says it's hard to use new technologies. He said that the hardest part of making things is increasing production and making sure that cells are safe and reliable. It's hard to make enough batteries to use this technology. Elon Musk said that Tesla is starting from scratch to make tools for dry cells. Benchmark's chief data officer, Casper Raw, said that even if they had the technology today, it would take a long time to fine-tune it before using it on a large scale, even though Elon Musk's deadline is tight. The hardest thing for Musk would be to make the best dry cell machine. Maxwell's Tesla dry cells caused a problem for Tesla that cost a lot of money. Maxwell makes tiny batteries that work with hypercapacitors. One person in the know said that car batteries are heavier and harder to cover evenly when making a lot of them quickly. The process threw away too much and moved very slowly. Tesla's Model Y requires 4,400 cells. With the new technology, that number will drop to less than one-third. This shows how useful this new technology could be. For this possible technology to work, Tesla must apply the dry coating with the manganese-based cathode in the right way. So, do you think that Elon Musk's huge battery breakthrough will completely change the EV industry? Please tell us what you think in the comment section below. We really appreciate that you took the time to watch this video.